Hi, my name is Larry Donahue, and I am a lawyer of 30 years with business, corporate, and IP law. I'm here to talk about how to form a company. The quick answer is anybody can form a company themselves, usually by going to the Secretary of State, although different states might call it different things. For instance, Florida is going to call it SunBiz. You probably have heard of that. In Illinois, I don't know where they got this name from, it's CyberDrive. Okay, whatever. They're still the Secretary of State. In New Mexico, it used to be called the PRC, standing for Public Regulations Commission. And about 4 or 5 years ago, they finally switched that to the Secretary of State. Anywho, you can go there and you can pretty much submit a form all by yourself. So you don't need a lawyer. You don't need a service to file a company. However, there are some reasons why you might want to hire a third party. One of those reasons is if you care about anonymity. And I talked in previous videos how to do that. You really need a third party because you got to disclose information like the organizer, you need a registered agent, you need a physical mailing address, and depending on the state, you may need the members and or manager of the company or officers and directors for corporations, professional corporations, and so on. So a third party can kind of at least, now depending on the third party, if there's a lot of competition I deal with on the internet, and honestly, they don't know what the heck they're doing other than they're filing a form. What's your name? What's the information? And that's it. They're not really helping you figure out what the right way to do it is, what the right questions are, like member managed versus manager managed. Or in a corporation, what are authorized versus issued shares? You know, they can't really answer those questions because they're not going to know them. But so if you want advice, I recommend hiring a lawyer. I recommend a business lawyer in your jurisdiction who can answer basic questions, and there's a lot of benefits because they can introduce you to people like accountants and potential partners. If you have run into issues, they might be able to guide you and move you in the right direction. So use this as an opportunity to establish a relationship with a local business lawyer is my recommendation. But why else might you want a third party? Well, I mentioned anonymity, and they can help you with that. The other thing is registered agent service. I want you to think about that for a moment. I can't tell you how many clients we get that get sued, don't know about the lawsuit, and now they're dealing with a default judgment. Imagine that for a minute. You get sued somewhere in a state you don't even know about, and now they're trying to collect. And what do? That happens every day because people don't have good registered agents, or they use themselves as a registered agent and they went on a vacation not realizing that they need somebody around 24 hours a day. That's a really good use of a third party.